Holy Mary, Mother of God.
What is happening, YouTube? I'm back here today with you guys. I want to show you what I've been working on. I decided to get back into RC cars. That was my passion when I first got into RC when I was younger. And I wanted to do an FPV setup with it. So this is a little different than my typical build of flight videos because this is RC, but it is an FPV video. And for you drone guys that never seen FPV on a car before, you're in for a treat. It's pretty cool. So I'm just going to give you a quick breakdown of the car. The car itself is a Traxxas REVO 2.0. And this is the stock body it came with. And here's a shot of the mount that I custom made and printed for the FPV camera. And the VTX mounted underneath it with the flight controller. So let's go to the bench and I'll give you a complete breakdown of it. So as you see here on a close-up, this is a look at the 3D mount. This is PETG, this material. It's very strong. It's one step under nylon. Unfortunately, my printer maxes out at 247 degrees, 248 degrees, so it's just not enough for nylon. Otherwise, I would have printed nylon. But this is plenty strong. You can see it's a little beat up already because I've rolled it quite a few times, this car, in the street and in grass. You can see the antenna itself. This is the TBS Triumph stubby antenna. Took a beating, but this thing is very durable and it just keeps on going. You can see the shell is a little scraped up here from the road rash and everything like that, so held up pretty well. So this system is pretty much bulletproof. You see the camera doesn't have any scratches on it, and that's the way it's designed, where the camera is behind the rim of the print. So in any kind of roll, with the exception of a direct hit to the lens with like a stick or a branch or something like that, the camera is protected. So this car weighs 25 pounds. That's a pretty big deal to protect the camera. It's the hardest part of the whole thing. So this is like the 6th or 7th rendition of the prints that I tried. And I finally got it where it's durable enough and it's stable enough and it's compact enough where I'm happy with it. So the way I designed it was I did it a 45-degree mount. This is 30.5 by 30.5 with the cutout holes I use so I can mount the flight controller underneath it. This is not necessary. You could just run power to a VTX if you're not worried about OSD. But my ultimate goal is to put GPS on here, and I want GPS on my OSD. So that's the ultimate goal, is to do that, which is why I have a flight controller on here. But you could just as easily use a TBS Unify, TBS Unify Evo rather. That would give you an OSD because that has a built-in OSD on it. So it's something to think about if you were looking to do something similar. And this is just a 3S little 550 R-line battery, which I ran straps on a body brace, and it just stays nice and secure. So you can see I hot glued on the connector here. That's TBS Unify V3 5G8, and that's the setup. So let's get to some FPV footage. I'm gonna give you guys some footage also of my 2-inch at the park, so you have two different perspectives.